Hello, Christy Ruffner here, and today I want to talk to you about content because of all the things that we've covered so far, the purpose behind them all is creating content. And the reason is because the platform, the internet, where you are conducting your business is a content platform. That's what it's all about. People come to the internet to find things, to find information, to find things to buy, and so to find entertainment. There's a lot of reasons why they come to the internet, but it's all about the content. So we've talked about doing video, which is creating content. We've talked about setting up your YouTube channel, which is where you're going to put your video so that you will have a place for people to come to find your content, and it's also a place where you can take that content and put it elsewhere, either on Facebook or Pinterest or your blog or wherever, a Google Plus. Your content sits on YouTube, and then you share it elsewhere from there. And then your blog is all about content. Your Pinterest is, everything's about content. So we're going to talk a little bit about content tonight because that's what it's all about. That's what you use to attract people to you. And when you're just starting out, people will say, "What do I do? You know, what I'm new to this. I don't have anything to share." And so there's a couple of tips that I want to share with you to sort of give you a starting ground. Okay, number one, probably the best thing that you can do, especially if you're brand new to internet marketing and you don't feel confident in what you have to share in that arena, start with something else. Start with something you know. Start with something you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be business related. When I first started online, I was actually a worm farmer and I was an organic gardener. And so my very first video that I ever did, it was the worst thing I've ever done. It's still up online. Let me show you. Let me bring this up here because this right here, 7 years ago, I put this video up. It's the very first video I've ever done. You can see it's had over 50,000 views. It's the worst thing I've ever done. People have complained about it. They have told me how bad it is. I can't tell you how many times I've thought about taking it down. And I'm going, no way. This is my very first effort. This is where I started. And so that's what's important, is just to get started. Don't worry about if it's any good or not, because it's still going to attract people, and it's a starting place, and it's your classroom. Okay, you have to learn somehow. So start with what you know. Start with something that you're passionate about, something that you feel intensity about, and that you naturally already know a good deal about, that you can share with people. And don't worry about whether anybody else wants to know about it or not. There's somebody out there that will be interested in what you have to share. And that's not the point at this point anyway. It's just to get you comfortable in front of the camera. It's to get you learning how to share across the, it's a classroom. Learning how to share across the platforms, how to post, how to get comfortable with sharing this content. Now, if you want to get started in the business, if that's where you want to put your energy, and you still don't really know a lot, then you've got some learning to do, because then it becomes learn and teach. Okay? And so you have things that you want to learn how to do, then you need to learn how to do them, and then you go out and you teach it to somebody else. And so that's the best way to create content. There are a lot of different tools that you can use that are free. Okay, so you've got your Screencast-O-Matic to do your screen capture. You'll want to be able to create graphics. You can use PowerPoint. You can use a program called Jing that's free. You can use paint.net. That's a free program. There are ways for you to create your content visually so that you can do your screen share without having to be in front of the camera if you don't want to be in front of the camera. And eventually you will get comfortable with sharing what you have to say, and then you can go ahead and start putting yourself in front of the camera and just make yourself do it, because people are going to want to see who you are. People are going to want to make that contact. Now, when I made the transition from vermiculture or worm farming to business, then I did that with my advertising pays. And I started by just sharing what was going on in my back office. I just took people in my back office and I showed them what was happening back there. And then I created some fun graphics and I put together some sort of short fun videos that took you day by day through what was happening with my advertising pays. And then as I started listening to people in the group that I was in and listening to the questions that people were asking, then I started creating some videos that answered those questions. And if I didn't know the answer, then I would go out and find the answer and I would create a video to share that. So that's the whole key behind creating content, is paying attention to what other people are asking. If you don't know how to do it, you go out and you teach yourself how to do it, and then you create a video and you share that lesson. Okay, and that is where the relationship starts. More people have found me through my videos with maps than anything else that I've done. But the main thing is that you pay attention and you either share what you already know or you learn it and then you share it. Don't let not knowing be an excuse to not do. Don't let not knowing be an excuse to not do. That's probably the best advice I can give you right now. Don't make excuses for yourself. That's it for today. You have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.